students, welcome back to 99% in 99 days, and today we are going to solve the solutions of sample paper 10. Okay, so you can get the sample paper in the WhatsApp group. So link of the WhatsApp group will be there in the description section. So please go there, download the question paper, solve it, and then come for checking the solutions. Okay, so this will tell you what is the level of your preparation. So let me just discuss the pattern. So there will be 8 1-marker questions, out of which 7 MCQs and 1 assertion and reason question, 1 2-marker question, 2 3-marker question, 1 4-marker and 1 5-marker questions. Okay. Now moving forward, we have this question, the first one. To balance the following chemical equation, the values of the coefficients x, y and z must be respectively. So you know this is from balancing of reaction, very easily we can do it. Let's try to balance the reaction. So I have Zn nitrate, okay, then I have Zn oxide, okay, next I have ZnO, okay, sorry, one second, here it is arrow mark, yeah, zinc oxide, plus I have NO2 plus I have O2. Clear? Now I have, let me check that I have 3 oxygen on, sorry, yeah, 6 oxygens are there and 2 nitrogens are there. So if I just make it 2, then what I'll get, 2 nitrogen is done, 6 oxygen are there, so I have 2 2s are 4, 5 6. Okay, now what I can do is I will make this one 2 and this one also 2. So how much I am getting here, 2 zinc, okay, 12 oxygen. Now it is, you can see 3 2s are 6 and 12 oxygen are there, but 12 oxygen, okay, I have, let me just write it down. So I have 12 oxygen and how much nitrogen? You have 4 nitrogens. Okay, so to make it 4 nitrogen, I'll make this side 4. Now let me check. So we have 4 2s are 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 oxygen, yes I got, 4 nitrogen, yes, and 2 zinc. So what is the value of x? X is 2. Okay, so we can eliminate these 2. Y is again 2. So we can eliminate this also. Correct answer is option number C. Okay. Next, which of the following is a redox reaction but not a combination reaction? Okay, redox reaction means it should have both oxidation and reduction. So these all reactions you can see only oxidation, but yes, here we have oxidation and reduction. So this is a redox reaction, option number D. Salt present in tooth enamel. Okay, so it is a calcium salt, right? So that is your calcium phosphate. An aqueous solution of sodium chloride is prepared in distilled water. The pH of this solution is, so because it is a salt of strong acid and strong base, so it is a neutral solution, pH will be 7. Next we have the metal X is used in the thermite process. When X is heated with oxygen, it gives an oxide Y which is amphoteric in nature, X and Y is. So you know thermite process we have aluminium and magnesium, and aluminium oxides are amphoteric in nature. So X is aluminium and aluminium oxide, that is your option number B. Next, coming to assertion and reason, some vegetable oils are healthy. Vegetable oils are generally have long unsaturated hydrocarbon chain. Okay, so yes, that is the correct answer here, that vegetable oils are healthy. What is the reason for that? Due to the presence of unsaturated carbon chains. Okay. Now moving to 2-marker question. Here we have OR question, you can attempt any one. Copper powder is taken in a china dish and heated over a burner. Name the product formed and state its color. So this carries half 1 mark. Write the chemical equation for the reaction, that carries 1 mark. So total this one will give you 2 marks. Or the part question is write the chemical equation for the chemical reaction which occurs when the aqueous solution of barium chloride and sodium sulfate react together. Write the symbols of the ions present in the compound precipitated in the reaction. Okay, this carries 1 mark, this carries 1 mark. So very easy. When you heat copper, copper oxide is formed. Okay, so upon heating, copper reacts with oxygen to form black copper oxide. Okay, this color if you mention and the product you mention, that carries 1 mark. And what is the reaction? Copper plus oxygen gives you copper oxide. Okay. Next, the reaction between barium chloride and sodium sulfate forms insoluble barium sulfate BaSO4 as a white precipitate, and the ions present here are barium 2 plus and sulfate 2 minus. So this carries 1 mark, this carries half of 1 mark. Next, moving to next question is, okay, The melting and boiling point of carbon compounds are generally low and they are largely non-conductors of electricity. State two conclusions based on these properties. Okay, so you have to give any two conclusions. So low melting point and boiling point is due to the covalent bonding. Okay, low intermolecular force of attraction. And why they are non-conductivity? Because of no free electrons. Okay, because there is no free ions or electrons which can conduct electricity. Okay, next we'll go to 3-marker question. Study the experimental setup shown in the given diagram and write the chemical equation for the reaction involved. Name and define the type of the reaction. List 2 other properties which can be used in the place of iron to show the same type of reaction with copper sulfate solution. Okay, let me show you the diagram first. So let's see the next question here. Study the experimental setup shown in the diagram and write the chemical equation for the reaction involved. Okay, so you have an iron nail and you have a copper sulfate solution. Name and define the type of reaction. Okay, list 2 other metals which can be used in place of iron metal to show the same type of reaction with the copper sulfate solution. Okay, so first of all, what you have to write the chemical equation that is involved. So here what is happening? Fe plus copper sulfate, okay, gives you Fe sulfate plus copper. Okay, that is the reaction happening. Name and define the type of reaction. So this is a single displacement reaction. Okay, so this is the name of the reaction and you just need to define it. So whenever a highly reactive metal replaces another lower reactive metal from its salt, that is called a single displacement reaction. Name the 2 other metals. So any 2 metals which are having which are having more reactivity than copper can show this reaction. Okay, so you can write any 2 metals which is having more reactivity than copper. So here you can see the answer. Iron displaces the copper from copper sulfate solution and this is the reaction given. Displacement reaction where a more reactive metal replaces the less reactive metal. Other metals which can show this reaction are your zinc and magnesium. Okay, zinc and magnesium you can write down. Clear? Next, we have named the ore of mercury and state the form in which it could be found in nature. So that is your cinnabar. Okay, write the chemical reactions along with the conditions required for the reactions involved in the extraction of mercury from its ore. So this is also a very direct question. So mercury is extracted from its ore cinnabar and its formula is HGS. So what is the first step that is done here? First it is roasting, means HGS is converted to HgO. Okay, since it is a very less reactive metal, so you can obtain pure metal by just heating it. Okay, so you will get Hg plus O2. So that is the steps involved here. Next we'll go to 5-marker question. So here we have a few crystals of ferrous sulfate are heated in a test tube. Tiny droplets of water appear and the crystals change color. Explain the observation and write the chemical reaction involved. So this is your hydration concept. Okay, water of crystallization. So when you when you heat it, the water molecules evaporate and they condense and we find droplets of water. Next, an acid X present in tamarind when mixed with Y produces a mixture Z. Z on addition to dough when heated makes cake soft and spongy. Y is prepared from common salt and helps in faster cooking. Okay, so this is also very simple question. You can see here an acid X present in tamarind when mixed with Y produces mixture Z. Okay, so X is there, Y is there, it produces Z. So X is an acid. Okay, next what is given? Z on addition to dough when heated makes the cake soft and spongy. So Z must be what? Baking soda. Okay, this is nothing but baking soda. Okay, sorry, baking powder. Okay, we don't know whether it is baking soda or powder, we will see it. So but any one of that. Okay, now Y is prepared from common salt and helps in faster cooking. So that means this is baking powder. Okay, this is baking powder, this is baking soda. Okay, and you know when baking soda is mixed with tartaric acid which is present in tamarind, we get baking powder. Write the common names of X, Y and Z and the chemical formula of Y. Okay, so this is your Y is NaHCO3, X is tartaric acid, Y is baking soda, Z is baking powder. How is Y prepared and how does it help in making cake soft and spongy? Illustrate with a chemical equation. So what happens when Y is prepared from sodium chloride? We have to write the reaction, and then when it is heated it produces carbon dioxide gas which makes it spongy. Write the name and chemical formula of a mild base other than Y that is used as an antacid. Okay, so let's see the answers here. So the first thing, once again, yes. So the first thing, on heating, ferrous sulfate loses water of crystallization forming anhydrous ferrous sulfate. Okay, so you can see the reaction. It is like this: FeSO4. If you heat it, you will get Fe2O3 plus SO2 plus SO3. Next, what is the common name? X is tartaric acid. Okay, Y is your baking soda, and Z is baking powder. Next part of the question was how it is prepared. So it is prepared if you react NaCl, ammonia, carbon dioxide and water, we get baking soda. Okay. Next, why it gives you spongy or while cooking. So when you heat it, carbon dioxide is produced, and this carbon dioxide causes the dough spongy. Next, a mild base used as an antacid is your milk of magnesia, that is your magnesium hydroxide. Okay. Fine. Next, we'll go to question number 4 marker. So carbon is versatile element that forms the basis of all living organisms. Answer the following. What are hydrocarbons? Compounds made up of hydrogen and carbon. List 2 properties by virtue of which carbon can form a large number of compounds: catenation and tetravalency. Write the formula of the functional group present in aldehydes and ketones. C double bond O. Write the chemical equation for the reaction between ethanoic acid and ethanol esterification. What are the structural isomers? Write the structures of 2 isomers of butane. So structural isomers have same molecular formula but different structures, and butane you can write down the different isomers that is possible. Let's see here. So hydrocarbons form backbone of organic compounds with classification like alkanes, alkenes and alkynes. What is the 2 properties? That is, your first one is catenation and the next one is your tetravalency. Next, aldehydes functional group is CHO, ketone functional group is CO. What is esterification? It produces esters, that is your ethyl ethanoid. Next, structural isomers of butane differ in the structure. So you have one is N-butane and the other one is isobutane. So if I just want to draw the structure, N-butane is like this. Okay, this is N-butane and isobutane is like this. Okay, clear? Okay. So yes students, so these were the answers of the 10th sample paper for your class 10. I hope all of you would have solved these papers. If you have any doubt in any question, do comment down. I'll definitely address it, and keep studying hard, and all the very best for your final exams.